My grandfather possessed a unique gift of dreaming big, and he walked those dreams out with a courageous faith. His mind was like a factory of original ideas. He had the ability to see things other people couldn't see, or chose not to see. And he was willing to go places that others wouldn't go and do things others wouldn't do. He lived with great purpose and treated his dreams with great respect. It was his pioneering spirit that allowed him to conceive the vision for the Fellowship family in the 1970s. The mission we're carrying out today is tied back to a horse born in 1967 in Colombia, South America. This spirited young stallion, named Mar de Plata, translated to Sea of Silver, was badly mistreated when it was young by his handler. Mar de Plata was branded with an X on his left shoulder. He was labeled an outlaw. The X was meant to be a curse, meaning he had no value. At least that's what others saw. But my grandfather saw a champion.
I just remember Daddy always loved horses.
My daddy just instilled a love of horses in all of us. And he could do anything from sewing to cooking to riding horses to building buildings, flying airplanes. There's nothing he couldn't do.
Playing football.
Playing football. There's nothing he couldn't do.
He was a Renaissance man.
Mm-hmm.
He would help people accomplish their goals, whether it was something he was interested in or not.
Papa's really showed me that with God, you can do anything.
Don't even mention you had a dream in front of Papa, because his wheels started turning that he wanted the dream to come true.
Mar de Plata was known as the most famous Pasipina in that era.
I knew every time I saw Mar de Plata, I knew there was something magical about that horse.
His handler mistreated him badly, beat him, and I think that Daddy just saw that horse, fell in love with him because he was a beautiful horse.
I'm not sure where Papa went to see the horse, but he had been branded with an X because he had killed a man. But Papa eventually made the outlaw horse into a champion in Puerto Rico and in the United States.
When we decided to start the Fellowship family, we wanted to create an environment where people would be comfortable to be themselves, to connect with others, and to live with purpose.
And I think it was the third year we were open. We were real concerned whether we had made the right decision to build it or not. And a man from California came and was very interested in our horses because of their reputation, with Mar de Plata especially.
So this horse that was branded with an X and was once considered useless became a champion, was sold to provide the capital needed to fund operations at a pivotal time when our family business was on the brink of failure. And in the same way my grandfather championed this horse is the way we like to champion people. One of his favorite scriptures was the one that says, with man this is impossible, but not with God. With God, all things are possible. And he lived that.
Even though I'm the fifth, my dad and my granddad are both named George, so it's pretty special that we share the name. For me to play a role in the Fellowship family, coordinating a desired lifestyle as somebody ages, I think you've got to think outside the box to meet everybody's individual need. For my dad to restore, what was once an original office where so much thought and prayer and then innovation as well. Just planted a seed that's continued to be cultivated.
The horse is a great metaphor. It's a metaphor for strength and perseverance and believing in yourself and continuing the dream forward.
As the name Fellowship implies, this is where connection happens, where purpose is renewed. Life can be challenging. The older you get, the more likely you are to have experienced trials, setbacks, disappointment. A lot of people feel that they've been branded with an X. The trials and tragedy of life impact people more than most are willing to admit. The Fellowship family aspires to create senior living environments where people experience the gift of being seen, known, and heard, where people are inspired to live their best life, do their best work, and invest their resources for the best returns. We exist to serve senior adults the same way we would want our own family to be served. We want our residents, team members, and stakeholders to be seen as family and known as a friend.